Okay. I'll try to do no cuts. I'll try to do no editing or anything. The question that I get asked a lot, and I see the same question asked around actually on like a load of different videos, is how to get the first client. Now, I'm not an absolute genius, but what I am is somebody that has got clients and has got them in a not unconventional way, but not the one that a lot of people will tell you, I guess. So let's break it down. I have had clients from three locations: X, Twitter, LinkedIn, and in person. I say that in that order because that's the order of how many I've got. In person, I've had one client. LinkedIn, I have had one, potentially two, and all the rest are from X. So let's start with the lowest one first. This is the most important one that I think you need to understand is that, let's say you were in my position. You got laid off and you decided to go and open a business. So you went online and you create a limited company in the UK. And I'll create another video about that at some point. But you went and created a company and you made an awesome website. You had a great name, a good brand, a good product. And then you just sat there and you expected people to just come to you, find you, and then buy something. It doesn't really work like that. Physical shops do. That's why they pay more money to have a shop in a location with good foot traffic. Because people can walk by and look in the window and then come in and talk to you. That doesn't happen online. Okay? Online, you have to be the one doing the talking. You have to put yourself in front of people, whether they like it or not, and then talk about it. So that comes to the main point. You have to tell people. You have to. So this first one here, my wife went to some like baby classes and met a woman there, and her husband owns a car dealership, like a proper Rodney and Delboy cut. He doesn't own like a Nissan dealership. He owns like, will buy cars and do them up and then sell them kind of thing, right? They had a terrible website with WordPress. The original creator had abandoned them, so they needed a new website. So I made one, and they paid me. They paid me £500. So I made £500 pretty fast, just by my wife telling people what I was doing, I guess. And then she basically gave me the lead and then I closed it. Next one, LinkedIn. This one ties in with Twitter, but the main point that you need to understand is I would say, you do need some sort of audience. If you're going to raw dog it and just create something and then expect people to spend money on it, you kind of need an audience and trust and social proof to start with. That doesn't mean it's not doable. Of course, it's doable. But the other good thing here is that creating an audience of like 5,000 people on Twitter is a good amount of people on Twitter and is good social proof. And you can create that in 6 months. 6 months of dedication. Like not, you might be hearing that and think, "Oh, that's terrible. I don't have the time." Well, then you can try it without it. But let me tell you why it's good. I went from, it was definitely less than 100 followers last May, and I'm at 5,500 now. 2,000 of them came in one day from a stream that I did. It just happens like that. You'll be doing nothing, and then you'll just go up and down and up and down. It happens. But this really happened when I got laid off, and I just started telling people. I was like, you know what? I'm not working for someone else again. I'm not going to go out there and I've told this story before, but if you're watching and you haven't seen it before, I just decided that I don't want to be at the mercy of an employer anymore. So I just went solo, and the first people that I told, I was on a stream. So I used to stream a lot at my job, and I was on a stream. I was on Andras's stream. Andras is the Coolify developer. I'll link below, I guess is what you say, right? I went on his stream, and I mentioned in his stream that I'd been laid off. Everyone that was kind of a regular in that stream knew where I worked and what I was doing. I told them I got laid off, and I got contacted by someone, and they wanted to help. They wanted to pay me to do logos for them. I'm going to say it's as simple as that. It's not as simple as that. But you can see what happened there. I created something, I told people, and then people trusted me because they knew me. Those people knew me. That was a small audience. Now, that kind of kept going on, and there's a couple of things that people told me which made me realise that having an audience of some size is good. One person came to me and outright told me that they just wanted to support my new business. I never met these people. They're an audience, but I don't know them and they don't really know me. But they're part of a community that I've been involved in. They just wanted to help me in my new business. Somebody else came to me and they wanted a design done and they wanted to have it from someone they knew, they said. Now again, none of these people really know me, but because we're all in this community, this same little circle on a social media platform, they felt like they knew me and they could trust me more than a complete stranger. And that's the important thing. So I have done maybe 4 DMs to people. None of them have really equaled a job opportunity or a client. Everything has come from me, and this is the most important thing. It's a lot easier as a designer, but anyone can do it. I have just been posting proof of my, I wouldn't say expertise, but proof of my abilities on the platforms. It is really that. I will design something, and Frankie Harry, I mentioned before, I mentioned 2 things about him. One, he just made a video about like your creative ecosystem, which is exactly what this is. And number 2, he made videos before where he showed his workflow of how he works with a client. That's very clever because not only is he helping people that are behind him in time, but he's also showing potential clients the treatment they'll receive if they work with him. Very clever. Anyway, back to the whole thing. You can feed content naturally onto platforms and people can like them and they might DM you. You do not know. Any tweet, any post you post on any platform could be the thing that lands you a client. So you just have to keep going consistently. And it's that creator ecosystem or creative ecosystem that helps. So if I have a client, they're never going to like the first thing I design, right? But I will sketch things on an iPad first. Don't know why I'm showing you, but right here, I'll sketch things on here and I'll show them. I won't just show them though, I'll post on Twitter these sketches. Somebody might like the fact that I take the time to hand sketch things before I deliver them. I will then create digitized concepts of a logo, and the client might like 1 out of 4 of them. Well, the other 4 I can post on social media, and people might like them, and they might want to work with me to get a design for them, like those. You know? I'm rambling on a little bit, but I think it's important. I don't want this to be scripted. I don't want this to be from like, this is what I've done. I'm trying to think of any other like hidden things. I don't really think there is. It's just a lot of, it all comes down to like social proof, right? And authenticity. So I post as a person and then I will drop in designs here and there. I'll tell you one story and then I will stop this because I'm just going to literally upload this raw, so I don't want it to be too all over the place. My audience have been working wonders for me. They will find, well, they'll scroll past a post of somebody asking for a designer, and they will tag me in it, which is incredible. People pay sales teams to do that. But if you have an audience and they like you and they like the work you do, they can vouch for you, and that could result in something. It's happened on 2 posts, and I got tagged about 4 times on each post. One post, I outright won the client. They deleted the post and then DM'd me, and then we worked, and I delivered a logo. And the second one, somebody tagged me and another creator. This creator was I guess a friend of mine, I can say, and they have a significantly higher following than me. They ended up closing this client, and I mean fully closed, like first DM to Stripe payment in about 20 minutes. And then they DM'd me, showing me they'd done this. And I was baffled. I couldn't... The process that they'd done was incredible. And they told me a couple of things. I mean, we both came to the conclusion that obviously having a higher following does matter. If anybody tells you that having a higher following doesn't matter, it absolutely does. It's social proof. It means that more people like this person, and now they're following them. It's gonna happen. Like, you see a designer with 100,000 followers, and you see a designer with 200 followers. The 200 follower could be a better designer, but you're gonna assume the 100k one is. That's just how it works. Argue it if you want. That's just how it works. Another key thing that he does is he treats his Twitter feed, his own Twitter profile feed, as a portfolio. He only posts design work. And that worked for him because the original poster that we were tagged in went to both our profiles. I know he went to mine because he followed me. And he went to the other guys, and he would have scrolled through his and seen nothing but design work, like a portfolio. He would have gone through mine and seen a bunch of random takes, posts, and design work. But yeah, I already know what the point of me saying that is, because I intended to replicate that, but then realised I don't like doing that. I like using the platform to just post random things, so that's what I do. So yes, to conclude this ramble, audience. You just need one. And if you don't have one, go on Twitter, go on LinkedIn, and post evidence of your capabilities every day. For a designer, post designs. For a developer, post snippets or takes on certain issues that show your expertise. As a marketer, market yourself. As a video creator, as a video editor, post video edits. As a copywriter, post good copy. You can see where I'm going. And that is it. I'm going to end this. Goodbye. I'm clicking stop now, and you're going to see this. I'm not going to edit this out.